What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, well-renowned promoter, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe. He weighs in and gives his thoughts on undefeated welterweight superstar title contender, the Phenom, as I refer to him as, Jaron Boots Ennis, who is 31 wins, no losses, no draws, 28 big wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Jaron Boots Ennis is having a hard time getting a marquee big fight. He's getting the B-level fighters, but he's having a hard time securing these big marquee fights. Ellerbe of Mayweather Promotions. And Ellerbe obviously works with retired, legendary, iconic, Hall of Fame superstar, 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, former pay-per-view king, the man formerly known as Pretty Boy, formerly known as Money, now known as TBE, the best ever, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who retired 50 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. Stood at 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. More importantly, Floyd Mayweather holds all the records known to the sport of boxing as far as revenue gain, money earned, pay-per-view sales. He holds all the records. Not to mention, he holds the record for beating the most world champions consecutively in the history of sport of boxing. So it's safe to say Floyd Mayweather and Ellerbe know a thing or two about making big fights. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis, he beat Villa in his last fight, and many people expect to see him in the biggest fights with the biggest names. He's trying to get a fight with undefeated WBA regular welterweight world champion, star boxer in Ennis out of Lithuania. Having a hard time securing that fight. Was talking about a possible showdown with undefeated Mexican superstar welterweight title contender Virgil Ortiz Jr., who is 19 wins, no loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. Same age, 26 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. That fell through, and now it looked like Virgil Ortiz Jr. is retiring. Then he made himself the International Boxing Federation mandatory challenger for the welterweight, better known as the IBF title, that was held by a former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer who was top 10 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Earl the True Spence Jr., who's now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Earl the True Spence Jr., but he couldn't secure that fight. Now, Ellerbe is saying that he and Floyd Mayweather, he says that Jaron Boots Ennis is going to get his opportunity. It's going to come. He just got to be patient. He said, but if he was with us, I'll leave it as that. That's what he said. Meaning that if he was with us, he would have been gotten his opportunity. If he was with Floyd Mayweather and Ellerbe, he would have been gotten his opportunity. At least been a bigger superstar than what he's perceived to be, right? And so Ellerbe knows that Errol Spence, who had a mega fight, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, where he came up short, took the first loss in his career against undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the undisputed welterweight world champion, who is widely recognized and acknowledged as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford is now 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. It's not going to happen. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, they fought July 29th, and now today, Terrence Crawford, the winner, who dropped Errol Spence in the 2nd round, twice in the 7th round, and stopped him in the 9th. He's contractually obligated to give Errol Spence the rematch, which he is going to do. Give Errol Spence the rematch now. And it looks like it's going to take place in December. And Jaron Ennis was, petitioning to get his opportunity to fight Terrence Crawford. He was the mandatory for Errol Spence. Then Terrence Crawford inherited the mandatory of Jaron Ennis from beating Errol Spence, and now he wants the chance to fight him, but it's not going to happen because Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence going to fight, and they're going to fight at 154. Okay, so that's not going to happen for Jaron Boots Ennis, unfortunately. And he was lobbying to get an opportunity to fight former unified WBC, WBA welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman. Keith Thurman is 30 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 34 years of age, 5'7", 5'8", with a 69-inch arm reach. That's looking like it's going to be bleak and not going to happen. So Keith Thurman is the perfect opponent. Keith Thurman has now become the WBC, World Boxing Council, mandatory challenger for the welterweight belts. But again, it's not going to happen. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are going to rematch one another. So it just makes sense that Keith Thurman and Jaron Ennis fights, right? But no, Keith Thurman has no interest in fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. So Jaron Boots Ennis is left on the shelf. Is he going to get a fight with Emmanuel Stanionis? Right? Who was in talks and scheduled 3 separate times to fight against Virgil Ortiz. Right? Stanionis is 29 years of age. Stanionis is 14 wins, no losses, no draw. 9 wins by way of knockout. 28, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Can he get a fight with Stanionis? Not looking like it's going to happen. Stanionis ain't fight since April of 2022 when he beat Butev. That was the undercard, the co-main event to Errol Spence, Yordenis Ugas fight over a year ago. He's been scheduled multiple times to fight Virgil Ortiz, who's having health issues, and that fight kept getting canceled 3 separate times. So no Stanionis fight. And Leonard Ellerbe is saying if Jaron Ennis was with us, he'd be a superstar already. And I have to agree with Leonard Ellerbe. No slight to anybody. I know Jaron Boots Ennis is with Cameron Duncan. He's somewhat with the PBC Premier Boxing Champions, founder and advisor Al Heyman. He's with Showtime President Sports Steven Espinosa. So Leonard Ellerbe says if he was with us, he would get the big fights. And I have to agree with Leonard Ellerbe 1,000%. If Jaron Boots Ennis was with Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions, look what they did for now undefeated, 3-division, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, similar record to Jaron Boots Ennis. Gervonta Tank Davis is a record of 29 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, 3-division champion, 5-time world champion, and coming off of the biggest lucrative fight of his career, doing 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, when he took on former lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia. It's the 5th highest gate in Las Vegas with over $22 million at the gate. It's the biggest pay-per-view in recent time as far as pay-per-view sales go. And they both made a major amount of money for those fights. Right? Huge fight. Tank Davis, 28. Boots, 26. Tank Davis, 29 fights. Boots, 31. They made Gervonta Tank Davis a mega superstar. Now, Floyd Mayweather was still somewhat active at that time and made Tank Davis the co-main event for the 2nd biggest fight in boxing history when Floyd fought Conor McGregor. So a lot of people got a chance to be introduced to Tank Davis and vice versa. But I have no doubt that Mayweather Promotions can make Jaron Boots Ennis these fights that he's looking for. Imagine Jaron Boots Ennis being co-signed by Floyd Mayweather. It would be huge. Again, no slight to Cameron Duncan and nobody else, but it would be huge. I think that they will be able to secure a fight with Keith Thurman. I think that they would have found a way to secure definitely the fight with Ennis. They would have found a way. Terrence Crawford going to be 36 next month. Errol Spence going into the rematch, and they fighting at 154. If Errol Spence gets dominated again, he more than likely probably call it quits. Terrence Crawford is going to vacate the belts and move up, and he's only looking for the Canelo Jamel Charlo fight afterwards. So it just leaves Jaron Boots Ennis out to dry. Keith Thurman is showing little to no interest. He says that he's willing to do it, but he's showing little to no interest. So now people are asking the question that Leonard Ellerbe answered: can Jaron Ennis get the winner of Mario Barrios and Yordenis Ugas? That's a step back. That's a step back for Boots. No disrespect to Mario Barrios and Yordenis Ugas. Ugas, last time we saw him, he fought Errol Spence over a year ago, got his ribs, nose, and orbital bone broken, lost his titles. Mario Barrios is he just won his last fight, but prior to that, he got knocked out by Tank, dropped 3 times and knocked out by Tank, who jumped up from 130 to 140 to challenge Mario Barrios. Took his WBA regular title. And then he fought Keith Thurman and got battered in the fight. He never hit the canvas, but he got battered in the fight. So the fight Boots needs to catapult him into that next conversation is Keith Thurman. It's the Keith Thurman fight. At the very least, he needs the man Stanionis fight. Virgil Ortiz looks like he's retiring. So I do agree with Leonard Ellerbe. If he was with Mayweather Promotions, he would definitely secure one of those fights. So let's see what's next for Jaron Boots Ennis. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. I'm going. Peace.